Hello. Sorry this review for Resident Evil 6 took too long to make, but I couldn't really. This is the first video game review I've done, so I didn't really know how I should take this or what to say. So I just decided to do this like a regular review, like I would with some of the movie reviews that you've seen me do. So let's get on with this much needed review. Alright then, Resident Evil 6. Well, this was actually pretty fun. I quite enjoyed it. Some good stories. I like that this game had like four storylines. You did first is three, but you unlock a fourth one, which is Ada's storyline. And I like how they were each their own separate thing, and each one was a different style. Uh, and I liked how each story's interconnected. And I liked this actually happened once to me where when I was playing, I intersected another person's game and joined their game. We played along together for a little bit until the story split off. That happened once, and that was actually kind of fun. It was a nice little thing they added in there that I did like. I have yet to play all the secondary characters yet, but it's going to be pretty much the same thing, just with just playing a different person. But I did like everything in it. I liked the different storylines. I also liked how with each storyline you play, there's a bigger picture that's going on around this whole thing. It doesn't come fully developed until you play the very last storyline. Some of the theories that you had at the beginning of the game with, like, let's say Leon's storyline, becomes fully realized in Ada's storyline, and it becomes confirmed or denied, whatever. And I really liked it. I thought that was cool. Um, I liked all the different characters that they had, so I'm glad they brought some of the old characters back. I was surprised to see Sherry in this one, and the storyline she was in was good. Chris's storyline was good. It was more emotional than some of the other storylines, but that was really cool. I liked Leon's storyline. I liked all the storylines, even Ada's. Ada's was a nice little spy thriller. Yeah, so the stories and characters were good. Of course, the animation spectacular. The lighting, everything was nice. I will have to admit, though, there's one scene where it actually got kind of scary to me. Scary, like it got a bit real. I'm gonna have to reveal a little bit here, but there's when a C-virus gas missile explodes and consumes a city. It looked really real to me. I mean, not real like, oh my god, they shouldn't be doing this, or, this is kind of hurtful because it might remind me of a terrorist attack or something like that, but, I mean, scary, and I mean, like, realistic as in good. Like, it was like, whoa, this, like, could actually happen, or something like that. And it was scary in that way, and I actually enjoyed that. That was pretty good. I like that they kind of broke that little boundary there. It was good. And like I said, that was scary, and playing around in that when you play that level, it was scary. I mean, you're running around and trying to avoid C-virus gas and zombies and this that. It was scary. It was cool, somewhat realistic. Um, I I will admit this is a little bit better than Resident Evil 5. It's not just two-player action orientation. Um, and it had a little bit of puzzle solving, but not that much. But it was really enjoyable. However, I will admit there is one little downfall that was kind of. There's one little thing that they added that I didn't quite like, was the leveling up system. At the end of each level, throughout each level you gain skill points. Either you pick them up, or by killing zombies or monsters, you get skill points, and then you spend them to level up. And this level up process wasn't very helpful. It's kind of, you don't get enough points to spend to level up at the end of each level or storyline. So it was kind of unnecessary. It was better with 5, where you upgraded the weapons and to make the weapons more powerful. That was good, and I liked that. But in the 6, with the level up system, didn't quite fit well with it and wasn't well developed. I honestly didn't like it. Yeah, it just didn't seem to help. It just kind of seemed like an unnecessary irritation. But other than that, it was good. I I do admit it'd be better if they had stuck to like the olden school days where, you were searching around in one big area and it was more of a puzzle. It was more survival horror back when the earlier versions of the game. It would have been nice. It would be nice to see them go back to that, but for modern gaming and what Resident Evil 6 is, I did like it. I did enjoy it. It was fun. So yeah. I don't know if they'd make a seventh one. It does seem to open up for a seventh one. And if they do a seventh one, I hope they kind of learn from the mistakes of this one and kind of do something better. So yeah, I'd say out of 5 stars, I'd give this one a solid 3. I did like this. Thank you. And now on to the fanboy review of Resident Evil 6. Alright then. I from what I'm being a fan of Resident Evil. I do miss that. How like with Resident Evil 1 through 1 through 3 and Code Veronica were more of like being in one giant area, searching pretty much every room in the place to find keys or whatever, and trying to avoid zombies. Survival horror and trying to get out of there instead of like just running and shooting everybody, which is what the series has become. But I will have to admit, I did enjoy 6. I do miss that it's not as old school as it used to be, but I do like this game. It was enjoyable. I've already said some things that I've said in the critical review, like that were annoying, like the level up system. Kind of didn't seem all that great. I did like all the characters. It was good to see Leon again. It's good to see Chris. I really did enjoy seeing Sherry again. It was nice seeing her grow up, and she had a storyline that was interesting. Her story arc was good. But I would like to see in future games Barry and Rebecca Chambers. I haven't seen them in ages. Would like to see them again. I did find that, just like I said in the last review, I did like the crossing of the storylines, how they intersected and all that. But yeah, there's not much as a fan, I'd really complain about. Maybe because I've grown up with the series and kind of accepted for what the games have become, because how modern gaming is. Not everybody wants to just sit around and look for stuff for 10 to 20 hours. They just want to run and shoot. But I would like to see the Resident Evil series go back to what it was. I mean, to what really made it popular. I mean, more George A. Romero style than Zack Snyder's shoot 'em up zombie thing. But yeah, I did like this game. I enjoyed it. It was nice to see like some hints of it of going back to the original, like in Leon's storyline when you're in the at the university. It kind of seemed like it was slow at first. It kind of seemed like it had thunder and lightning and this dark corridors. It was nice. It was nodding to the original. And Leon's storyline seemed to be a bit of just a little bit of searching, not a lot, but a little bit of searching. That was nice. And then it went into action, and Chris's story was just Resident Evil 5, but more emotional, and that I liked. And then Jake's and Sherry's storyline was kind of a mixture of Leon's and Chris, where it was action and a little bit of searching, a little bit of slowness. And Ada's was a combination of them all, but hers was mostly just a spy thriller, and that was pretty cool. I do like did like how Ada had a bigger part in this, and you don't really know who she's working for anymore or what she's doing. She's a spy, kind of like a spy now, but you don't know what she's really gaining. What's her kind of deal with Neo Umbrella or something like this. It's there's something more for her future. She seems to be slowly but surely coming to be a good guy now. And although not fully, but slowly. It seems like Leon's really starting to get to her in a way, kind of make her kind of come over to the other side, and I did like that. Although they're still playing the cat and mouse game with each other, which is always fun. But yeah, I don't really have complaints as a fan, just mainly, like I said earlier, I wish they would go back to what they originally had. If they make a 7th one, depending on how it is, I'll be excited for it. But if it's just rehashing of stuff, I may not be all that excited. But we'll see what happens in the future. Thank you for watching this review. As a fan, I would have to go with what I said in the critical review. I'd have to give it like 3 stars. It was enjoyable, it was fun, exciting, and worthy of playing over again. Some critics I've noticed either liked it or didn't. Majority of them liked it, some of them didn't. But you know, everybody has their opinions. But you know, whenever I play a video game, I just basically play for the fun. I don't play for every little detail of critiquing, because a game you just play for fun. You know, you spend time, you just do it to waste time or something like that. I just play them for fun. I don't play them for as if it were a report, like, as if it were a homework assignment or something. You know, I just play them for enjoyment. So, and this was enjoyable. It was fun. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Whenever my local GameStop has a midnight launch for a video game, I, every once in a while, like to dress up for it. For Resident Evil 5 and Operation Raccoon City, I came dressed as Nemesis, one of the monsters. But this time, I wanted to dress up as a specific character. I didn't want to be a creature, so I came dressed as Leon from Resident Evil 4. However, this doesn't look exactly like it, but it's close enough to where you know what it is. I'm not very anal on that, but my friend, and who's also a fan of Resident Evil, helped me out with this costume to make it look good. So, yeah, for a last minute costume, this was pretty cool. So, thank you, Mike, for all your help, and thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.